Hi everyone, great to be back again. First Wednesday in February 2022. Awesome year. All right, a few more questions that have come in this week, really good questions. The one I think I'd like to address right now is we had one that had questions about the Rife frequencies in the Cepheid unit and wanting to know, is it the same strength and is it the same wavelengths and all that of a normal Rife system? And so let me take that in pieces. The frequencies and the waveforms are definitely the same as in a Rife plasma tube system. Okay, so the Rife systems that we work with and have worked with for the last 20 years are plasma tubes, not plates that we put our hands on or tubes that you can hold. A plasma tube with the correct intensity of Rife frequencies being put through it, that radio frequency would burn the skin right off your hand. So you can't touch a plasma tube. That is the Rife frequencies that are built into the Cepheid. However, it's not the same if you play those as if they were being played through a plasma tube. Big difference. The information's the same, but in the Cepheid, remember, the Cepheid stands for subtle, energy, frequency, imprinter. The key words here is subtle and imprint. So they are the right frequencies. They are the standard Rife frequencies, but they are meant to be imprinted into like sugar pills, bracelets, whatever you want to use it for. It's a subtle reminder to the body that these frequencies can be utilized to help with us obtaining homeostasis, okay? Now, if you were to take your Cepheid unit and set up the Rife frequencies and play those through a plasma tube amplifier into an amplifier, then into a plasma tube, you would have an amazing Rife device. And sometime this year, it's our hopes to introduce a mini Rife plasma tube that will interface directly with your scanner. That isn't the case right now. But as you've got them, and this is your quantum frequencies, these frequencies are amazing when you imprint them as they're designed to in the mobile scanner to be used into your products, your rings, your sugar pills, your tinctures. So that is how they are meant to be used in the mobile scanner. So I hope that kind of clears up that question. So another thing I'd like to talk about in this call today is the supplements, the supplement library, and how better to use it. Now, let me just say that we're going to go into a lot more detail on this in Day of Discovery. And then in Phase 2, Deborah Bruce is going to cover this even more extensively. But let me just give you some guidance here. The question that we've received a lot is how accurate is it when the scanner suggests a supplement? And that's a really good question. So let me see if I can dissect that down a little bit. When you enter the supplements into your library is critical. When and how you do that. Remember, a supplement you have to imprint or copy into your supplement library as a dose. So if you've got a bottle of supplements, like say it's capsules and it calls for 2 capsules, you would only measure 2 capsules, not the whole bottle. So on your device, you would take a little shot glass. We recommend glass over plastic or metal because glass has no interference with any frequency. So you would take your shot glass, put your capsules in the bottle, whatever a dose would be. Now, when you're loading that into your library, it asks you what the name is and a description. And the description's a great place to put the brand, if it's a specific brand. So you'd load that in, you'd put in the dose, you'd go down, and then you would select it as a tablet or a capsule or a liquid or a tincture, whatever. Once you select that, then you hit scan, and save. Now when you do this, you're loading all of these supplements into your main library. That is not what you want to scan from. That's where you scan them. And when you do that, when you go to list what the name is, the description, and that's a great place to put the brand if you're using brands, and then whether it's a capsule, tablet, or tincture, you load all that in. But if you look over to the right side of that screen, there's a morning, a midday, an evening, maybe special therapies or a general. You have to select where each one of those would go. So is this a morning supplement, a lunch supplement, an evening supplement? When you do that, now you're categorizing these supplements so that if you're doing a morning scan, it's only going to access and compare those frequencies of those supplements to your frequency at that moment in time. You don't want to do your whole library. It's too much. And you're going to get conflicting things because some supplements you don't want in the morning, and obviously some you don't want in the evening. So you select the right categories. So now when you do your morning scan, it's only going to bring up the supplements that were for this or the client, that were stored in the morning category. And then it will compare your frequencies of that moment in time against the frequencies associated to each one of those supplements. And then it will draw anywhere from 1 to 6 of those that your body resonates with the most, with the top one being the one that resonate more fervently with. And then they get less as you go down the list. How accurate was the question? So I've given you a little bit of background on how to make sure you put them in correctly. So how accurate is it? That's a hard one to quantify. But I can tell you from my personal experience and the experience of those that I work with, we have found that over a period of time, that has proven to be unbelievably accurate or appropriate for the way I was or they were at the time that we did the scan. Now, if you're used to taking a lot of supplements, you're going to have some supplement withdrawal here because it's only going to pull up 3 to 6 of those, and you're maybe used to taking 7 to 8, and you're going to say, well, yeah, what if I should take this and I should take that? Trust what comes up, but verify. In other words, trust what comes up and then just monitor how you feel through the day. Now, we do not suggest that you put your medicines in your supplement library. If you're on a blood pressure medicine or a diabetic medicine or any other type of medicine, do not put those in your supplement library. Only your supplements. So if you're taking medications, you continue to do that under the guidance of your practitioner, your doctor, your nurse practitioner, or whoever your health practitioner is. But your supplements, watch how well your body responds when you're putting in a like frequency. So how accurate is it? Test it just like I've explained. Trust it for a little while. And you're going to find how accurate it is for yourself. For me and those that I know, it has been unbelievably spot on. So again, always listen to your practitioners, use common sense, and validate with yourself.